Hello darlings, and welcome back to my channel. So today I thought that I would do like a first impression on these Dior Addict lip tattoo that I picked up. So I picked up two of them. I originally was going to pick up another one, but the other one that I wanted to pick up was been sold out online and in stores, and I've been waiting for it, and for some reason it's still not back in stock. So I was like, you know what, let's just go ahead and do these review with these two colors. So let's go ahead and talk about the packaging first. I absolutely love the packaging. It's very simple, very clean, to the point, very eye-catching, very shiny. You can definitely go ahead and see this from far away. Alright, so of course on the back right here they do have some wordings. So it just says a lip tint, probably pretty much all in like different languages, and then on the side right here it does have your ingredients. Alright, so let's go ahead and open these up and take a look at the packaging of the product. So I absolutely love the packaging of the products. Very simple, very clean, to the point. And of course on the other side right here it says a lip tattoo long wear color tint. And of course on the bottom it does have your name. So I have two colors right here. So let's go ahead and take a look at the Dofa applicator first. So right away, so you can tell the Dofa applicator is like slightly slanted. So I feel like this is probably like a good Dofa applicator, since I have used many Dofa applicators like this. So as for scent wise, I would have to say I don't really smell anything that's strong, but I do smell like a little hint of like peppermint in here. So I feel like this might give me like a little tingly sensation when I try this on. So I guess now let's go ahead and try this on. So the color that I have right now, this is in 761 Natural Cherry. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply this on, since I don't have anything on my lips right now. It definitely feels like very watery right away. Tell like the color is actually pretty light, so I probably might have to go in with like a second layer, maybe third layer. Alright, so I just finished applying on my second layer, and I feel like I can still see like a bit of my lips peeping through a little bit, so I probably might have to go in and do like a third layer. And I have to say, as for the color wise, it is a little bit watery, but it's not sticky, it's not like dry or anything. And looking at the camera, it really like popped on the camera, and looking at the mirror right here, I feel like it doesn't pop as much as on the camera it is. So I'm actually gonna go ahead and let this dry a little bit and put on one more layer to see how it goes. Alright, so I just applied on the third layer right now, so I'm just gonna go ahead and let it dry for a bit, and I will go ahead and check back with you guys. So it's been 5 minutes and I am back now, and looking at my lips, I can definitely see like my upper lip is losing a little bit of color, especially like on the bottom right here. Aside from that, I would say the lip color is still on. It looks pretty well, but I feel like this lip color might actually come off. So we're gonna go ahead and do a test and see how well this stays on. So the first test I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm actually gonna go ahead and take this cotton puff. So there's actually nothing on both sides, so I'm actually gonna go ahead and kiss this, and we shall see how much of the lip product comes off. Alright, so I would say pretty much all of my lip product almost came off. So you can definitely see it did transfer on to the cotton puff right here. So I'm actually going to go ahead and kiss like the back of my hand to see if any more will come off. Alright, so definitely more product did come off to the back of my hand. So the lip stain, as you can see, it's still on my lips. Like looking at the camera, I have to say it does look nice. But if you're looking like at the mirror, or like if you're looking at me like in person, you can definitely tell like it doesn't really look that nice. But then again, since this is a lip stain, so I'm actually gonna go ahead and remove this and try on the last color off. So let's see how well does this lip stain remove. Alright, I have to say it actually removes pretty well, and looking at my cotton puffs, see there definitely is a lot of color on here. I have to say I do see like a little bit of stain left on my lips, but I think that'll be fine. Alright, so let's go ahead and try this one. This one is in number 771 Natural Berry, and this is a little bit more on the darker side, so I'm actually curious to see how well this one applies. So right away when I apply this on, I definitely do feel like a little bit of like this tingly sensation right now. But for some reason with the first one I applied, I didn't really feel any like tingly in here. Alright, so I definitely have to go ahead and go back in and pick up more product. So as for this color, I felt like 2 coats is actually pretty good for the coverage right now, since this is like a little bit darker. It does cover up your lips pretty well. I have to say I do see my lips peeping through like a little bit, but that's totally fine. It's not like a big deal. So maybe like 2.5 coats, if that kind of like counts for you guys. So I would say this one is not as shiny as like the first one that I tried. This one I feel like it's more like on like the settle side, and I definitely like this color a lot more because I feel like it's more like my lip color, like more of like my color, versus this one was like a little bit too pink for me. So I'm actually gonna go ahead and let this dry and sit, and I'll actually go ahead and see you guys back in 5 minutes. Alright, so it's been 5 minutes now and I am back. So let's go ahead and do the cotton puff test right here. So there's actually nothing on both sides. I'm just going to go ahead and kiss this cotton puff to see how much of the product comes off. Alright, and I have to say, not a lot of product actually came off this time. I'm actually quite surprised comparing it to the first cotton puff that I did right here. A lot of product did come off. For this one, it didn't come off that much. I'm going to go ahead and kiss the back of my hand to see if anything else will go ahead and transfer. Alright, so I have to say a little bit did transfer onto the back of my hand, but you can actually barely see it that much. And I have to say after like using the cotton puff and kissing the back of my hand, like the lip stain is actually still on my lips, and I have to say I definitely do like this color a lot more, and it definitely does look like it will last longer than the first one that I tried for some reason. So I think it's maybe because of like the colors. On these lip stains right here, I have to say I actually do like them. I especially love this one, the one that I'm wearing on my lips right now, since this one is more long lasting than this one apparently. And as for color wise, I would probably go with this one more because I feel like this one does suit like my skin tone a lot more versus this one. I feel like this one is probably more for like the spring kind of like season, since it's like more popping. And as for the tofu applicator, I would say it does apply on pretty well, and you also have to keep in mind that these will come off if you do eat and drink, so be prepared. You might have to go ahead and touch up throughout the day depending, and free to let me know like your thoughts and feelings on these lip tattoos. Like, have you tried them? Do you guys like them or hate them? Or what do you guys think of them? These kind of for some reason remind me of like those Korean like lip stains that I have tried. So yeah, well, that is it for today's video, and I shall catch you guys later. Bye.